Someone who cried over you yesterday is about to knock on your door with a lie. God is exposing them in 48 hours. Archangel Michael says, a presence is drawing near you, and it doesn't come in peace. Their face may look familiar, their voice may sound soft, but the truth they bring is wrapped in something dark. This person wept over you in silence just hours ago, but the reason behind those tears will shock you. They are rehearsing their words right now, preparing a visit that's not meant to heal, but to twist. This isn't about reconciliation. It's about manipulation under the illusion of emotion. They've been watching you more closely than you know. Waiting, studying. Their emotions are real. But their intentions are not. Behind the sorrow is strategy. A lie that has been formed not out of hate, but out of desperation. And within 48 hours, they will try to deliver it directly to your space. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You'll recognize it by the timing. It will feel forced. A sudden need to talk. A strange urgency wrapped in emotional tension. You may feel caught off guard. But your spirit will pick up what your ears cannot. There will be something off about their energy, no matter how convincing their words sound. They don't want you to know the whole truth. They want to control the narrative before someone else speaks first, but God has already stepped ahead of them. A divine interception has begun. They believe they are walking into your space with power, but they are walking into exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 141. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This is not their first attempt to shift your perception. In past seasons, they used silence. Now, they're using emotion. Crocodile tears are their new currency. They have been warned spiritually, but pride kept them from listening. Now, they are on a path where God Himself will reveal them. They cried yesterday, but not because they miss you. They cried because their plan was crumbling before it could be completed. What they fear most is you finding out the truth from someone else first. Type Amen to get blessing 904. Their approach will be subtle. They won't come with accusation. They'll come with sympathy, vulnerability, stories designed to lower your defenses. They are hoping you still carry a soft spot for them. They are banking on your loyalty. But the truth is, your soul has matured beyond manipulation. Archangel Michael says, their voice may tremble, but heaven hears the lie buried beneath it. God will not allow you to be trapped in their illusion again. There's something you need to know. The lie they carry is connected to a decision they made in secret. Type Amen to get blessing 210. They spoke your name in a room they thought you'd never know about. They signed something, promised something, whispered something that shifted your timeline. And now that timeline is about to snap back in your direction. They're afraid of what you'll become once you find out. That's why they're rushing now, pretending to make peace before the mirror of truth is placed before them. You'll notice their eyes can't hold your gaze for long. Type Amen to get blessing 550. God has already marked their moment. The countdown has started. Before 48 hours pass, the truth will hit the surface in a way that cannot be buried. They won't be ready for the exposure. They've spent more time preparing a script than preparing their soul. But the divine hand is moving quickly now. Every conversation they've had about you is being recalled in the heavens. Their words are now evidence. Their tears, part of the disguise. You are not being fooled this time. Type Amen to get blessing 1017. A message may come through first, a text, a voice note, a knock. It will seem normal. But pay attention to how you feel after it. That heaviness isn't your imagination. It's your spirit recognizing the weight of a hidden agenda. Do not dismiss that feeling. What they are hoping is that you'll be too kind to question, too trusting to resist, but you're not who you were before. This time, your peace is protected. Type Amen to get blessing 3611. Someone near them has already started to feel convicted. They've been dropping hints without realizing it, a nervous tone, a hesitant word, a shift in conversation when your name is brought up. That's how you'll know the truth is leaking. It's slipping out before they can frame it their way. They're trying to arrive first with a rehearsed lie before the raw truth finds its own voice. But heaven has already picked sides, and it's not theirs. Type Amen to get blessing 822. Their lie is tied to a decision that will cost them. It has something to do with money, property, reputation, or all three. They were trying to preserve something for themselves by sacrificing your trust. What they didn't expect is that the very thing they tried to protect is now being taken from them. Because God is not letting this pass silently. The moment they reach your door, the spiritual weight will be too much to carry. They will be exposed even if they try to hold the mask. Type Amen to get blessing 1199. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, you'll feel a shift in the room the moment they arrive. The air will grow still. Your spirit will sense the disconnect between their emotion and their energy. Their hands may tremble. Their voice may shake. But it's not remorse, it's fear, because they know what they're doing is wrong, yet they hope your grace will let it slide. But not this time. Type Amen to get blessing $44.40. This time, your discernment will be louder than their delivery. You'll hear the lie even before they finish speaking. God is giving you spiritual ears now, ones that hear the true meaning behind every word. Archangel Michael says, they had their chance to come clean. But they chose to create a version of truth that painted them innocent and you unaware. Heaven is now ready to show you the full picture. Type Amen to get blessing 771. Your role in this exposure is simple: remain still, listen closely, speak little. Let the truth reveal itself without needing to force it. The lie they bring is a net they cast for you, but it will wrap around their own feet. Every step closer to your door is a step deeper into the spotlight. You are not the victim in this story, you are the revelation. And when their mask falls, it will make noise. Type Amen to get blessing 1098. They won't expect your calm. They'll prepare for tears, for forgiveness, for old patterns, but you will give them stillness, and it will unsettle them more than anger ever could. The lie will trip on its own details. They won't be able to hold it steady for long. And before the clock finishes its final hour, someone else will come forward with confirmation you never asked for. That's how exposure works when God is the author. The truth will not just land at your door. It will echo. And when it does, the silence after it will speak volumes. Their heart will pound with the weight of knowing the moment has arrived. This isn't about confronting them, it's about witnessing what divine exposure truly looks like. You don't have to say anything. Your eyes alone will let them know the lie didn't land. Your spirit will stand taller than their excuse. The 48-hour clock is still ticking, and heaven is not pausing for emotion. Type Amen to get blessing 5305. They may attempt to cry again. But this time, those tears will fall into a space that no longer absorbs falsehood. What once moved you will now look empty. You've outgrown their manipulation. Their power over you has expired, and your silence is the sound of their access being denied. Right after their visit, someone you didn't expect will reach out. They will reveal something this person never thought would be known. That moment will shake you, but not in fear. Type Amen to get blessing 4001. You'll feel clarity like cold water to your chest. Everything they try to blur will suddenly appear in perfect focus. The timeline of their actions will unfold. It will all make sense: the timing, the strange silence, the shift in energy weeks ago. This was all connected. God waited until now to reveal it, because this is when you were strong enough to see it without breaking. And instead of pain, what rises in you will be peace. Type Amen to get blessing 1091. There is something they tried to sign in your name. A choice, a deal, an arrangement, but the signature didn't stick. Because what isn't given in truth cannot hold. They worked so hard behind your back to shape a version of the story that benefited them. But all along, the truth was tracking them silently. They thought they were hiding, but they were being documented. Type Amen to get blessing 866. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Now the documents are surfacing. Screenshots, transactions, messages, all time-stamped. All pointing to their deception. Their emotional appeal won't survive the facts. You won't have to prove a thing. God is sending someone else to do it for you. They are trying to knock on your door with sympathy, but karma is already knocking on theirs. Type Amen to get blessing $21.10. The exposure won't be chaotic. It will be clean, simple, inevitable. The moment their lie is uncovered, even their allies will begin to step back. Because they'll realize the one they cried about was the one they were trying to break. And no one wants to stand beside a falling mask. Archangel Michael says, your name is being protected by justice that cannot be stopped. What they tried to bury is rising with glory. Type Amen to get blessing 377. The clock is winding down. Your discernment is sharpening, and your life is shifting into a space where deceit cannot survive. They didn't expect you to grow this much. They didn't know silence would become your strength. But now, the very lie they rehearsed is becoming the trap that silences them. You're not just walking away from this, you're rising above it. Type Amen to get blessing 9011. Once the 48 hours pass, their energy will change. They'll go from bold to quiet. From confident to nervous. Because everything they try to control has slipped from their grasp, you'll hear about it. You'll feel it. And you won't even need to respond. They'll be too busy managing the consequences of their own actions. You're not their lesson, but your light triggered their exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 1174. Keep your door guarded, not just physically, but spiritually. What's coming is not meant to shake you, but to free you. You'll no longer wonder why certain things were blocked. The answer is in the deception that's now being brought to the surface. This final act is not yours to perform. It's heaven's reveal. And the moment their lie hits the light, it will lose all power. The lie they carried to your door now sits heavy in their chest. It didn't land the way they hoped. You didn't cry. You didn't bend. You didn't shrink. What they saw in your eyes wasn't confusion, it was clarity. That clarity shook them more than any confrontation ever could, because they know they can't hide anymore. They're walking away, but this time with a weight on their back that won't lift. The lie stuck to them like smoke, and now everything they touch smells of it. They thought they could deliver falsehood and escape the consequence. But the heavens don't allow manipulation to walk away freely. Type Amen to get blessing 8881. You'll notice silence from them soon, not because things are calm, but because they're unraveling. Their plan backfired. Their name is now under the light they tried to shine on you. God is not punishing you through this, He's freeing you. Releasing you from a soul tie you didn't even know still lingered. And when the truth finished speaking, you didn't have to say a word, because the evidence stood taller than any excuse. They wanted a reaction. What they got was exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 1933. Now comes the second wave, restoration. The energy they tried to steal is coming back to you in double. Everything delayed is being redirected. Opportunities will reopen, resources will flow again. People who walked away will begin to feel the pullback toward your energy. But you won't need them anymore. Because the pain they tried to bring only unlocked your next level. Type Amen to get blessing 4300. Someone new will reach out within days. This person has no connection to the drama. But they've been drawn to your name, your presence, your truth. They will come offering clarity, a solution, or a door forward. Their timing is perfect, and you'll know immediately that they're from God. This will not be a coincidence. It will be a reward. The beginning of a blessing you didn't chase, but deserved. Archangel Michael says, your stillness was the weapon. And now, your reward is protection, peace, and promotion. Type Amen to get blessing 6515. The one who lied will begin to lose things slowly. Their access, their favor, their voice in certain rooms. It's not revenge, it's the response of divine law. They were given a chance to speak the truth and chose a mask instead, and now, that mask is falling in front of everyone. The people who once believed them are starting to rethink everything. Their credibility is slipping, and their control is fading. You will hear about it, but you won't feel joy, only distance. Type Amen to get blessing 1012. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Distance is the new piece. You won't feel guilty for detaching. You won't feel conflicted when they fall away. Because their presence came wrapped in poison, even when they cried. The next time your name is mentioned, it will be an honor, not as a cover for someone else's deception. This exposure wasn't punishment. It was a spiritual cleansing. Type Amen to get blessing 412. There is no need to revisit the pain. No need to reply, no need to reopen what's been closed by truth. You've already won. The lie didn't land. The trap didn't close. The tears didn't blind you this time. You saw clearly, stood firmly, and walked silently through fire. Now it's your season of rising. Type Amen to get blessing 7710. Let the final 48 hours pass without fear. Let the last threads of connection burn out naturally. Let your name rise from the ashes with gold around it. Because the one who tried to play with your loyalty has now become the face of their own downfall. And you, stronger, wiser, cleaner, walk forward with nothing but truth in your hands. This is the last time their energy will try to touch you. Their access is permanently revoked. The lesson is over. The atmosphere around your name is now different. It no longer vibrates with confusion or false impressions. It hums with clarity, with strength, with divine recognition. You are no longer seen as who you were when the lie was spoken. You are now seen as the one who stood still while storms tried to distort the truth. And now, even those who stood silent during your trial are feeling it. They're realizing they backed the wrong story. They're feeling the shift they can't undo. God is not just exposing the liar, He's awakening the bystanders too. Type Amen to get blessing 5055. Soon, your silence will be studied. People will ask how you stayed calm while others misrepresented your spirit. But they'll never fully understand what covered you. What you carry now cannot be taken. It's protection. It's honor. It's the reward for not responding the way they expected you to. You weren't just cleared, you were promoted. The person who lied has now been marked by the very falsehood they created. And there's no undoing it. Type Amen to get blessing 3044. You may feel like reaching out one last time. You may feel that tug of old empathy, wanting to explain how much it hurt. But you won't. Because your soul knows this chapter is sealed. The test is over. The mask has fallen. There is nothing left to say to someone who weaponized their own tears. Their sadness was never about healing. It was about control. Type Amen to get blessing 6290. Now you walk in territory where their voice cannot reach. They could knock again, but the door will no longer recognize them. The threshold has changed. You're not cold, you're covered. And only what's meant for you can pass through now. Even their memories are starting to lose color in your mind. The emotional echo is fading. Their name doesn't stir the same reaction anymore. That's healing. That's freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 915. You are about to enter spaces where your name has already been mentioned in honor. New conversations. New alliances. New growth. And none of it is connected to who they said you were. All of it is aligned with who heaven knows you are. What they tried to stop was never theirs to control. Your calling outran their deception. Archangel Michael says, the road ahead is pure. The path is divine, walk in it with peace. Type Amen to get blessing 3208. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, the person who lied may try again, this time in softer ways. Through mutual friends. Through small gestures, through silence that pretends to be growth. But it won't work. Their spirit cannot match the elevation you now carry. You'll sense it. You'll feel it, and you'll walk away again, but this time without looking back. Because your spirit now recognizes where peace ends and danger begins. Type Amen to get blessing 4407. In the months ahead, the memory of their lie will feel distant. Not because you forgot, but because you outgrew it. It no longer belongs to the new version of you. Your glow will return in a way that surprises people. Your creativity, your strength. Your softness without being naive. That's the true blessing of divine exposure, not just survival, but expansion. Type Amen to get blessing August 2019. Let the final tie fall. Don't grieve it. Celebrate the space it leaves behind, because what's coming into that space is powerful. A love that isn't manipulative. A presence that doesn't cry for control but offers peace. You've earned that now. And nothing connected to the lie will ever have access to your new life, if you wish to express your support further.